Morning, everyone. How y'all doing this morning? I get up here. I was up last night, as you can tell from my eyes. Had me a little crying moment last night. Uh, so I had to get up because of what God had said to me last night. Don't mind my hair. But, you know, what he said was, let go of the past, for it has no way of the future. And because at that moment, I was just thinking about all the things I've done, just asking God to forgive me, you know, just, Lord, forgive me for what I have done, And he just kept telling me, let the tears come, for your tears will turn from tears of sorrow to tears of joy. And I remember when he said that, I remember living that way, just having that love on me, just having that peace on me, having that understanding on me when it came to, just me and people. And like I said, the biggest thing I had was letting go of my past. When you grow up in, trauma, childhood trauma, adult trauma, self-trauma, what I'm saying? It takes a lot out of you, and it does a lot to you, and it's just like every time I got to that point where I'm ready to step out, like I said, the fear of people saying, nobody wants to talk about that, you could talk about anything else, you shouldn't do that, I don't think that, they came with the negativity, and it always turned me back to that child who was told what to do. And so it was just like when I get to that point, like I don't like when people are trying to tell me what to do, knowing that God told me to do it, but I didn't have the strength. And now I realize I really didn't have the faith to shut those people out and do what God told me to do. So last night when I was having that moment, because yesterday was fine, I didn't cry all day yesterday. It was just quiet. I keep forgetting, like I said, my past ain't pretty and it never will be pretty. But one thing I do is stand on my truth. And I don't mind telling my story. I don't mind, my struggles, my warfares, and none of that. But I do mind if I don't have the support to just, know and understand, this is God. This ain't me. This ain't something that I chose to do. This wasn't the life that I choose to have. But also, it's the life that God has given me. So I got to believe in Him and trust in Him. So, last night when I was going through those tears, just to hear God's voice so clear, and just to hear him say, go to bed, lay down, get some rest, for tomorrow you'll be blessed. And sure enough, I'm blessed because I'm here telling this morning story, this morning prayer, this morning love, grace, and mercy from God. I'm coming out and I'm going to keep praying. I'm going to keep crying. I'm going to keep praising. I'm going to keep worshiping because He's bringing me out. The words He spoke to me was words of just strength, God's strength. My past does not dictate my future, and I won't feel sorrow no more for those who don't believe in what God is doing for me. So y'all be blessed. Enjoy your day. I'll see you soon.